Hey, what's up, everybody? Christian Ballard, Ballard Sports Media, coming at you on a Friday. This will probably be a quick stream. Won't be too long, um, but figured we would have some conversation tonight. What's up, Bob? I'm in the comments. I'm doing great. Hope you are as well. And so we wanted to talk tonight sink or swim teams in 2023 for college football. Basically, these are teams that, they are in do or die mode. They are championship. Well, if you notice on the thumbnail, I got Alabama on there. I think for Alabama, it's championship or bust. It's playoffs or bust. For Clemson, it's get back to the playoffs or bust. For Auburn, it's more so make a bowl game and probably win it with Hugh Freeze or bust. Penn State, they got to get over the hump and win the Big Ten. At least win the division if they can. So, what are some teams in your mind that you look at and you say, okay, this team is in sink or swim, do or die mode? I'll drop the link. I don't want to hang out too long, but I figure we get a little bit of conversation in tonight because tomorrow I have a family visit. Looking forward to it. Sunday we'll do a call-in show. We'll talk. I want to talk if the Braves can catch up to the Rays for best in the MLB. So we'll talk about that on Sunday, and we'll have some conversation then on the call-in show. So we'll give it a few minutes. If people join, they join. If they don't, they don't. I understand. But again, don't want to be on here too long. It's 9:42. Got a big day tomorrow. But if you want to pop in for a few minutes and talk, more than welcome to. More than welcome to. Um so give it a few moments. But I don't really have much planned. Looking forward to college football, obviously. Start of the season upon us here in a couple months. Yeah, Harry Lake, what's up, man? I'm still at the lake. Yes, sir. Yeah, I ain't leaving anytime soon. Talent show on YouTube continues next week. I did send in a second video. You'll have to tune in, I guess, Monday or Tuesday for my next song cover. I appreciate everyone that voted me through to the next round. So, yeah, but I found a couple different choices for round 3 if I make it. If I make it, because you never know. But there's a couple good songs out there I figured I'd try to cover. I see you back there, Rooster. I'll get you in a second, bud. Fishing should be good tomorrow and Sunday, says Harry Leg. Fishing, there's never a bad time for fishing on the lake for sure. What's up, Rooster?
What you doing there, Beller? How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm good. What are you doing, man?
Well, I heard you talking about sink or swim. I'm gonna throw you a couple other teams that have actually made the playoffs, but have they really made it over the hump to meet fan expectations? Well, how about Michigan and Ohio State?
Yeah. I just thought of another team. You said Michigan. What about Michigan State when they made the playoffs in 2015? They hired Mel Tucker and Mark D'Antonio, of course, retired. And what about their fans' expectations? I think this could be a big year for them. I mean, should they get over the hump and try to win the East, or should they just try to, win another bowl game, let alone maybe make a New Year's Six? What do you think about them?
Well, I think when you lose your quarterback, your starting quarterback, and you're trying to rebuild again, I think one of Michigan State's problems is the transfer portal. It
Yeah.
helped one year, couple years, Mel Tucker's first year, and then he got the big contract. Well, since then it's kind of hurt him, right? Because well, what's his name, Thorne or whatever, transferred out down to Auburn.
Yes, sir.
Quarterback was that his Peyton? I guess I'm.
Peyton Thorne, yes.
Yeah. So now you lost your starting quarterback, starting over at that position again. So I don't know what Michigan State fan expectations are as far as being elevated to where I think Ohio State and Michigan fans are. Making the playoffs is one thing. Winning the national championship's another. And, the closer you get to winning it, the higher the expectations get. But if you never get over the hump and win it, and then all of a sudden you don't even make the playoffs, and it'll get tougher next year with, expanding their conference.
Yeah.
Is it really Ryan Day or Jim Harbaugh's year to sink, or does the fan base start getting really impatient with those two cats and not winning national championships?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't expect much from the Buckeyes this year. I think I have them 10-2. They could easily go 9-3 as well. Michigan, they could three-peat as Big Ten champions. But I'll tell you what, be on the lookout for Penn State in the Big Ten East and what they could do. So it's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be interesting. Now, let me ask you this. Is South Carolina your team, for those that don't know? Are they in a sink or swim position of doing anything this year?
Meeting the expectations of where I'd say a realistic South Carolina fan is, that's an 8 or 9 win season. Now getting in the picture, or I'm sure there's probably the sunshine pumpers out there that want to believe that. With our road schedule this year, I just don't know if realistic expectations will be South Carolina competing for the SEC East Championship. You know what I mean? You look at Georgia's schedule versus South Carolina's schedule and what they get at home versus what we have to travel and play. South Carolina's schedule is much tougher.
Yeah.
And Georgia's a more talented football team than South Carolina, but they also have an easier path to get there. And that's the thing. I hear these Clemson fans crying all the time. It's like, well, Clemson wants to come in the SEC. Well, come on, open the door and please let Clemson in the SEC so they can play an SEC schedule and get out of an ACC. Yeah. You're not going to get an easier ACC schedule than you're going to get this year because all the big quarterbacks left. Sam Hartman left. Devin Leary left. Who is out there other than Drake May in the ACC that makes any noise as a quarterback?
Jordan Travis, but I would say that I keep that at a distance.
Well, I looked at Florida State's schedule last year. Other than the LSU game, which they won by 1 point, the best team that they beat was a 7-win Syracuse. I'm understanding the hype behind Florida State right now. They got to go out and beat some top 25 teams before you can put. I don't get how you elevate Florida State when they've not beaten a top 25. Who did they beat that was in the top 25 besides LSU? And that was
Nobody.
the year in the first game for Brian Kelly at LSU. That was it. That was the only game they won last year against a top 25 football team. Other than that, they never beat a team that had a record above 7 wins. And we saw what happened with Syracuse. Hell, the wheels fell off with Syracuse. You know, they had a lot of hype because they went undefeated, first 6, 7 games or whatever. And then did they even win another game after that?
Maybe. I don't think so. Maybe one, but
well, if they were 6-0, they won one game after that. And that was probably against a 3-win Boston College. I mean, anyone from the ACC is a joke. And anyone that wants to come out and try to, well, Clemson's this and Clemson's that, and they could be this in the SEC, or they could be that in the top 3 in the SEC. Who the hell has Clemson played? They played 4 top 25 teams last year, and the only one they beat was Florida State.
Right.
So I'm tired of hearing that you beat up on a 3-win Boston College, you beat up on a 5-win Miami or a 5-win Georgia Tech team. But and Clemson's a powerhouse and can run through the SEC. You better sit down and look at that schedule that Oklahoma just got for 2024, and you might want to stay your ass in the ACC if you're a Clemson fan, because I don't think you want to run that gauntlet.
You want to take a look at their schedule this year and see what they run this year?
Yeah, what's the toughest game on their schedule? South Carolina. Their 2 toughest is South Carolina.
It might be. Yeah. So at Duke, I mean, come on. Duke's improved, but I think Clemson could handle that.
Duke was what?
Southern. Florida Atlantic. They won like 8 games.
Yeah, but did they? I don't think they played Clemson last year, did they?
So actually, that could be interesting.
Did Clemson and Duke actually play
football?
Always
play Clemson, I thought. Let me go back to that.
Well, sometimes that ACC schedule's weird.
Let's see 2022. No, they didn't play. They did not. So. So, yeah, here we go. 2023. Duke on the road to open the season on Monday, September 4th. Charleston Southern, give me a break. Florida Atlantic, it got an okay program, but Clemson should handle them. Then they host Florida State. I think is their first true test right out the gate for Saturday, September 23rd.
Mm-hmm. And then who's after Florida State?
At Syracuse, which has given them issues before.
Yeah, but I mean, Syracuse, like I said, Syracuse was a 7-win team last year, and the wheels fell off.
Yeah. Wake Forest is their homecoming game on October 7th.
And Wake Forest lost Sam Hartman, so their quarterback's gone.
Bye week at Miami and then at NC State. One of those has to give them a tough game, right?
So they're playing against a 5-win Miami and an NC State team minus Devin Leary.
Yes.
Huh.
That'll be tough.
ACC is what a gauntlet.
Then you get Notre Dame at home on November 4th.
Notre Dame beat them last year.
They beat them last year?
Yeah, Notre Dame beat Clemson.
Did they play last?
Yeah.
I thought they played I know they played in 2020.
No, they played last year. Notre Dame was one of their 2 losses. South Carolina was the other one. They only had 2 losses in the regular season. It was Notre Dame and South Carolina.
Okay.
They beat Florida State.
Yeah. Georgia Tech.
They're another 5-win team. Wow. Clemson gets
Yeah.
another 5-win team.
And then North Carolina. North Carolina could be good, but I think Clemson pulls it off.
The problem with North Carolina is I think North Carolina is all Drake May.
All Drake May. I got you.
North Carolina from last year had no defense. It's all offense, and they had, unless they improved their defense through the transfer portal or some of the guys they've recruited in play some defense this year. North Carolina, they were trash at defense last year. They just weren't good. So it's the Drake May show with North Carolina to me.
I could agree to that. At South Carolina, your Gamecocks. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't predict it, but the more I think about it, if Clemson, really wants I like Clemson this year, but I would still be careful on rivalry weekend every year.
Well, here's my thing in that game. It'll be how much has South Carolina improved? And are they still healthy? And how our offensive line holds up? Because that's a big worry for me. Our offensive line and our running back room are probably I'd say my biggest worries about our team. But then you look at Clemson and you say, well, Clemson's got all their cards on Cade Klubnik.
Mm-hmm.
If he's not healthy come the end of the season, and South Carolina's the same way with Rattler. You can never afford to lose your starting quarterback. But outside of that, who does Clemson have that's a wide receiver that you saw last year that makes them?
That's the thing. They don't really have much at wide receiver. So they got the quarterback down with Cade Klubnik. I think Klubnik's great. I don't think he has guys to throw to. And I also think the offensive line can be suspect.
Yeah. And now they have a good running back room in Shipley and Maffa that both returned from last year. But the problem is, can your offensive line block for those two guys, or are people just going to start keying on stopping the run with Clemson? And if Clemson can't prove to be, and we didn't see a good showing out of him last year either. I mean, I can't think of a game where I watched Cade Klubnik play a game and I said, oh, this guy's a Heisman Trophy guy or one of the top quarterbacks in the country. I just didn't see it. Now, a lot of other people may have saw something that I didn't see, but I watched the Tennessee bowl game. He didn't look good in that game. And in duties where he popped in when the ukulele man wasn't playing good, I really didn't see where he, I think people are trying to put Trevor Lawrence shoes on that kid, and he can't tote Trevor Lawrence's shoes. So that's the thing to me. But Clemson is recruiting well. Here's the problem with recruits. They're still young and they can't get on the field. So what you normally see in a bowl game when a lot of people don't play in that game, the seniors that are either trying to go in the draft or, you get people that just don't play. And we saw this a couple of years ago with Florida. You remember when Florida bailed out and no one played in the bowl game? And everybody's like, oh, well, it was just like a bowl game and nobody wanted to play. So we were okay. Well, no, it turned out that Florida team we watched in that bowl game was their actual next team that fell apart.
Right.
So you just got to be careful with some of that and expectations. I just think in the future, Ballard, people are going to have to start looking at teams for strength of schedule versus just wins and losses. I think that's the biggest problem in college football. You see a team that has 10 wins, but they're 10 wins against Powder Puffs versus a team that's run through SEC schedule may only have 8 or 9 wins, but played a lot tougher competition, especially when and you look at rankings. Hey,
Yeah. I mean, I think that Clemson has had it easy to the playoffs for a long time. And I'm not saying they didn't deserve it because they were good teams and they won a couple of national titles. But when we get to this 12-team playoff, when it's time to pick the at-large teams, if Clemson didn't win their conference, I don't think they should get a nod at like a 6 to 12 type of seed. So I mean, and the ACC would have to improve drastically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and how? You look at the teams in the ACC. How do they improve? That means Miami has to step up, right? You look for huge improvements out of Miami. Because if you look at recruiting, the recruiting rankings and stuff, Miami should be stepping up. They're getting good players.
Yeah.
Now,
Esso has a good question real quick. He says, who had they played? Well, they ain't played nobody.
but I'm saying if you want to truly see a ACC, then Miami's got to do their part. And
Right.
yeah, Miami's got a good ranked recruiting class for 2024, but look at it, it's a bunch of 3-stars, and they have a lot more players than a lot of the other teams that are behind.
True.
So right in the month of June, looking at recruiting ranking, basically worthless. And then, have you seen the thing with the Oklahoma fans now crying about their 2024 schedule coming to SEC?
I mean, I saw their schedule, but are they really complaining too much?
Oh yeah, it's all over Twitter, videos and posting it about their fans on Twitter, crying and complaining about the schedule they got, and is this what Oklahoma wanted?
Yeah.
Like welcome to the big boy league.
Let's double check their schedule. So they play Temple, they play Tulane. The game's yet to be actually scheduled, though. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Because you got to go to the barn. You got to go to Auburn. You got to go to LSU. You host Alabama. You're lucky that's not at Bryant Denny. They got to play South Carolina at home, too, and Tennessee. Gosh, they're getting the big boys.
Oh, Texas got off easy. If I was an Oklahoma fan and I was gonna bitch about anything, it's looking over at Texas's schedule because Texas got off easy, bro.
Didn't Texas got like Florida and Vanderbilt or something.
Wait, you said Oklahoma is going to play Tulane?
Yeah, but we also were looking at like their SEC schedule too.
Right.
Well, the most brutal 2024 schedule that I've heard about is Florida's, because their non-conference games are Miami, UCF, and Florida State. They play 11 Power 5 games.
Yeah.
Oof.
So Florida's got it's oof. Yeah. See, when they originally scheduled that, I'm sure UCF wasn't a Power 5 team at the time. But
right.
Didn't the last time UCF played Florida, wasn't it in like a bowl game and UCF beat them?
I think so.
Yeah, that's like 2 years ago.
Yeah, that was years ago, though.
No, that was like 2 years
ago.
ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Not this past bowl game, but the one before. Under Gus Malzahn.
Yep.
UCF ain't no joke, man. People can laugh at UCF all they want, but they're in the center of Florida. I would watch out for them.
So Florida. Yeah, go ahead and finish real quick.
But I'm saying they actually just took a running back from Florida, one that Florida wanted. That he actually signed with UCF.
Yeah, I heard about that. Right there, Gators.
And then what's his name? Decommitted from Florida, and did he go to Georgia? Another running back. They lost like 2 running backs. One was a commitment. One they were trying to get committed. The one they were trying to get to commit went to UCF, and then one of them like decommitted from Florida and went to Georgia.
Is it like Branson Robinson or somebody?
No, he was already on the team. He was like a friend. I'm trying to think of the kids. I saw it last week. He was a 4-star running back that was committed to Florida, and then he decommitted, and he ended up now he's committed to Georgia.
Yeah. Oh, look at this on 247. Alabama commit Julian Sand earns Alpha Dog honors at Elite 11 finals. We got us some deep quarterback room. The only problem is they're going to be crap this year.
Oh boy. And you guys were just talking about Tennessee earlier, right?
A little bit, I think.
Well, my team, UVA, has to face them in week 1 in Nashville.
Yeah, that's a loss for you right there.
Yeah, I do not see us beating Tennessee. I don't think we're going to have any chance.
Well, how's your recruiting been in Virginia, though? I mean, you got Tony Elliott as head coach still, right?
I believe so.
Okay. And well, he's not a bad coach. He's a good offensive mind. I'm just
Tony Elliott is an offensive-minded guy. I like the guy. He's definitely done well up in UVA. So we'll see how well he can do for this upcoming 2023 season.
Well, the recruiting's not bad. They're a top 50 class with 8 commits right now in 2024.
Yeah,
they're all 3-star, but I mean,
hey, you gotta start somewhere though when you're trying to build a program. That's where you got to be. You know what I mean? 3 stars are. Connor Shaw was a 3-star at South Carolina, and he's probably the best quarterback we've ever had.
Yeah,
right.
You know, so it's on a lot of those kids. A lot of it's development, and then you also, I don't trust a lot of these recruiting rankings when it comes to, because when you get a 3-star guy, 9 times out of 10 he's coming from a much smaller school. It doesn't mean he's less talented than the 4-star or low 5-star kids. It just means he's not going to get a fair shake because they look at his competition as not being as good. So
I mean, yeah, true.
Talented, man. They just play in smaller schools, and they don't get the notoriety of playing in the big schools.
Right.
Well, and there's probably more 3-star athletes in the NFL than there are 4- and 5-star athletes. Or as far
right.
Because I know I watch the NFL and I look at a lot of these kids, these guys that just like pop up out of nowhere in the NFL, and you're like, well, who the hell was this guy and who did he play for? And then you see he played for well, why the hell wasn't he at one of the big schools? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Especially like, hell, how many of them has been around? Like you see him at Kansas City. Like the running back they have now at Kansas City, I can't think of his name offhand, but like the
running back that Kansas City Chiefs have now. You mean?
Yeah, not the boy that came to LSU, but the other guy that played most of the year last year.
Kadarius Toney is his name.
He's a wide receiver.
Yeah, Tony.
Right.
Tony. Oh shit!
I can't think of his. I know his name, but
I'm gonna look it up. It's gonna kill me.
I know his face. I can't think of his name.
Well, look, the little bowling ball guy that was at LSU when they won the national championship was one of their quarterbacks, but I think he was hurt most of the year, and a different guy like stepped up and took like the starting job.
Pacheco.
Yeah.
Yes, Isaiah Pacheco. God damn it. God damn it.
And I think he came. Where did he come from, Ballard? Does it show what college he played for?
Let's see. Isaiah
But you never heard his name. I never heard his name at all when it came to any.
Rutgers.
He played at Rutgers.
That's what it says.
Yeah. Did you ever hear his name once in college?
No, because no one watches Rutgers.
Hell, he had to be a good player.
But I should have known
Yes,
it was
but-
Isaiah Pacheco. God damn it. What a way to embarrass myself.
Don't be embarrassed because you can't remember names. Heck, I can't remember nobody. I can remember players, and I have the hardest time ever trying to remember a name of a player.
Right.
And then once you hear it, you be like, yeah, that's it. Dadgummit. How come I couldn't think of that? It's the pressure. This is why I'm not good at playing what is it? Where you're trying to guess all kinds of crazy stuff. I can never see. I can't
Like
even.
Jeopardy.
Yeah, see, I can't play Jeopardy. I can't even remember the name Jeopardy.
Yeah.
But if someone says the answer, I'm like, well, I should have been able to answer that, but I guess I don't do well with pressure.
Oh, yeah. Getting
I'm
back
with
to
you
my
there.
boys up in UVA. Brennan Armstrong went to the transfer portal. Does that mean we don't have him anymore on the Virginia Cavaliers?
That's exactly what that means.
Oh,
Once
my,
a guy enters the portal 9 times out of 10, he's gone.
oh my God.
But did he get picked up with it by anybody?
That's
I don't
my
think he-
question. Did anyone pick up Brennan Armstrong?
Let's see. We're about to find out.
Seems like I remember he did go
He
somewhere.
plays college football for NC State.
Oh, so he went to another ACC team. Are you serious?
Yes, because I just looked it up. Did I sound like I was kidding?
Okay, Brennan Armstrong. Let me get this straight. Not only do you stay with the ACC, but you go to the NC State Wolfpack, which is one of the rivals of UVA. Like, bruh.
And one of the most hated ACC teams there is.
You had one job, Brendan Armstrong. One flippin' job.
Well, the other side of that too, that you have to think about sometimes. Maybe the guy coming behind him, in the eyes of your coach, is better.
Right.
And they sometimes will tell these kids, in a
Right.
very polite way, maybe you should go ahead and transfer because you're probably not going to be our starting quarterback next year.
I see what you mean.
So, I mean, I don't know who you guys had as a backup quarterback, but maybe he knows Tony Elliott's system better. And sometimes it has nothing to do with athletic ability. Sometimes the guy's just smarter and knows how to make plays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean. Fair point.
Look at Ballard's team with Alabama. Mac Jones was not the most athletic quarterback compared to like Tua or Bryce Young or any of those, but
Right.
his intelligence level and understanding of football was very high, and that's why he got drafted by the Patriots.
Right.
The Patriots don't care about athletic quarterbacks. They want someone that understands the playbook and can make the plays.
Right.
Ballard, did you fall asleep on us? He must have to take a timeout.
Probably.
But yeah,
He twisted Rooster. I don't think I've asked you. Who's your college team?
I'm a South Carolina guy.
Oh, so you're a fan of the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Yep. I'm a Clemson hater.
So how do you feel about your South Carolina Gamecocks heading into the 2023 season? How are you feeling right now?
I kind of looked at the schedule, and I've done a couple previews and predictions, even with Ballard and a couple other people. If I had to guess right now, knowing what I know about our team and the issues that we have, our weaknesses, I have South Carolina around an 8-4, could be 7-5. I'd say at best somewhere around 9-3, and that's if everything does go well for us. We just have a tough road schedule. We got to go out to Texas A&M. Got to play in Tennessee. We got to play in Georgia. So that's like 3 brutal road games.
Yeah. I mean, Missouri on the road for your South Carolina team should not be much of a problem.
Yeah, but for some reason we keep letting Missouri be a problem for us. We hadn't beaten them in like 4 years.
Yeah, somehow they always find a way to be a problem for you. I mean, you have a good home game, in my opinion, against Florida. That should be interesting.
Yeah, we get Florida at home, Kentucky at home. As far as like, we struggled with Florida last year, but we struggled with the run. And struggling with the run, we got ran over by Anthony Richardson. Well, Florida with Graham Mertz, I don't think anyone's going to have much fear of Graham Mertz.
All he's going to do is hand the ball off, bro. That's all he's going to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't. Florida's. I don't know what the deal is with Florida, man. Expectations just should be better for Florida, but I don't know. Their recruiting's not bad. They're always up in like the. Even with Napier, hell, they're ending up in top 10 recruiting, but on the field they're just not performing. So I don't know.
Coaching and player development, man. You can get these guys who are monsters in high school, but everybody's a monster on that collegiate level. You got to develop these guys. You got to coach these guys. You got to, put them in a position to make plays.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like the Oregon Ducks did last year, if you know what I mean. Kind of like Oregon did last year.
Coach Lannon, man. Coach Lannon, he's gonna make them a contender, man. Give him about 3-4 years. He's gonna take Oregon to that level, man.
Yeah, the Ducks, quack quack.
I mean, they're gonna pluck whoever USC doesn't want. They're gonna
my
California.
Here come the duck puns now.
They're gonna pluck them kids from California. They're gonna get some Florida guys who freaking love the 19 different uniforms that they have. They're gonna grab some kids from Texas too.
Well, once Southern Cal goes to the Big Ten and starts getting the shit kicked out of them every week, that's going to be an advantage for Oregon, because now Oregon's going to get out there and sell playoffs and chance to win a national championship.
Exactly.
Speaking of the Big Ten, I want to talk about Iowa for a moment.
Oh, 7-point Iowa. Go ahead.
Yeah, Iowa last year in 2022, overall, they went a solid 8-5 last year. So they were not too bad.
They always going to have a defense. They just can't score.
Right.
Like how they took that embarrassing loss to Ohio State 54-10.
Yeah, that was bad.
And losing 9-6 to Illinois. Wow.
Well, the crazy thing about the Big Ten to me is Michigan has built a team just to beat Ohio State.
Right.
But then we saw Michigan go play TCU, and Michigan crap. You get what I'm saying? Like that, Jim Harbaugh went out and has built a whole football team just to beat, but he can't beat nobody else. But then Ohio State gave them Georgia a fit, and I don't know. I think Georgia was asleep during that game. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but
nah, man. If you go back and watch that game, you had two of UGA's best pass rushers, Bill and Chaz Chambliss, get hurt. You had those guys get hurt, so now you got freshman Jalen Walker trying to rush the passer. You got
Right.
you got these new freshmen coming in there rotating at linebacker, and you got a freaking first or second round draft pick at left tackle and at right tackle for Ohio State, blocking these guys. So Stroud's got all the time in the world, and he had the game of his life. That's his best game in his career.
True, but for me, if I were to predict Iowa's record for this year, I'd say around either 8-5 or 9-4.
I haven't seen their schedule, but if they don't improve offensively, they're not really gonna pose a threat to Ohio State or Michigan, which is sad.
Are they on the same side as Wisconsin? Well, they don't have divisions no more,
Yes.
right? Or do they have one more year of it?
I don't know.
They have one more. They have one more year of divisions. And I was actually talking about Iowa. I was actually talking about Iowa last week during conference week with John Diadamo, and he likes Iowa to even win the Big Ten this year, and I just kind of had to keep a straight face.
I don't know about all that, man. They got to find a way to score points, man.
Yeah, I'm like, all of a sudden, did they turn into Southern Cal? Did they hire Lincoln Riley or something? Because if not, they're not winning the Big Ten. There's no way. Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State. And they're probably not, even now that what's the name went from Cincinnati to Wisconsin, they're probably going to get stood up by Wisconsin.
Right. And by the way, what's up, K-Dog?
Penn State reminds me of our Mark Richt years, man. They remind me of Georgia in the Mark Richt years, man. They just cannot win the one or two games to damn win the conference. You know what I'm saying? Like they get almost there. They ready to get on the dance floor. They just don't dance.
True. Oh, and we got another UGA fan up in here. What's up, K-Dog?
Nothing much.
What up, K-Dog? What's going on, man? You ready for this 3-peat?
Hell yeah.
Hey, do you have like 2001 $1 bills set aside, man? This 3-peat in Atlanta, man. Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be crazy.
I'm
man.
ready for I'm ready for Ty Simpson to be our starter so he can shut the hell up. Stop talking.
If I were you UGA guys, cut the cap, and Alabama is going to win the conference this year.
It doesn't matter, man. It's the SEC
Alabama gonna lose like 3 games.
The SEC championship is the second place trophy, man. We don't care about that, man. We want the natty, man. We're going to 3-peat in Atlanta, man. 70 miles from the city.
No 3-peat happening.
Ballard, how many times
is it in Atlanta this year?
Yeah, the national championship in the Mercedes Stadium.
It's in Arlington. Oh wait, is it?
It's in Houston, I think.
It's in Atlanta, man.
It's in Houston.
Houston
No,
this
it's
year,
Houston, I think.
and then Atlanta is the following year.
Rooster, what were you trying to say, man? I'm sorry we cut you off.
No, I'm saying, you know how many going to call Ty Simpson Bart Simpson when he starts a game? Hey, K-Dog.
Go.
And Sergeant, I was asking Ballard earlier. Have y'all seen all the Twitter and all the shit coming out of Oklahoma fans crying about the schedule in 2024?
No,
we're giving them what they wanted. They wanted to come to the SEC. So now that you're here, we're giving you what you wanted.
They lucky they didn't get us. They're supposed to play us this year.
Do you guys ever watch Matt Be Great?
Yeah, I watch Matt all the time. Yeah,
Matt Be Great. I don't know.
With all the clips from Twitter where the Oklahoma fans are crying about is this what we really wanted? Is this why we're in this schedule? Is this what we really wanted to go play?
You
gonna go
wanted
look
to
and
come to the you wanted to come to the most competitive, cutthroat, freaking best conference in the nation. This is what y'all wanted to do. Now that you're here, why you gonna complain?
I just can't wait till they get into some of these SEC stadiums for a night game.
What about Saban crying about his schedule? And then he gets Georgia on the schedule along with those other three.
So my stepdad went to Central Tuscaloosa High, man. Like a 6-minute drive from Bryant Denny, bro.
Yep.
They wore the same uniforms, the same like color schemes and the numbers on the helmets that Alabama wore. And my stepdad went to that high school. So all my family on that side is from freaking Tuscaloosa, man. So when I go down there next year, it's gonna be a party, man. I'm gonna gain about 3 pounds. I'm gonna start drinking at like 9:30 in the morning before that game starts. It's gonna be crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be a night game, probably, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a night game. We are gonna be lit. Me and my family from both sides are gonna be down there, from my mom and my stepdad's side, and we're gonna be acting a fool.
Hey, Sergeant, and
Yeah.
Kate, after 2024, can y'all please play damn Texas A&M and get them the hell off my? I am tired of them mofos. They toy guns, man.
Jimbo don't want to play us, man. They've been ducking us for forever, man.
What? Yeah, I want to see them go stand in the middle of Athens with their little toy guns doing their little chants.
No,
I was at that game. We just ain't been to that damn field.
That was what, 2019, 2018?
When they came here?
Yeah.
Yeah, might have been 2019, maybe.
Yeah.
I am just tired
I'm
of
trying to find
them on my schedule, man. Texas A&M and South Carolina make 0 sense on playing each other. We got nothing in common.
Yeah,
your color, your uniforms are close.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't have a toy guns and some damn coveralls and shit.
Hey man, you have champ practice, man. You have Yale practice Thursday.
You don't have a Yale practice like they do?
Yeah. Who the hell was it they were doing the Yale practice and talking about?
You got Yale. You got to work on your cheers, man.
What was
Man, I can't find these Oklahoma fans on Twitter. How do I find these people?
AK Dog.
Yeah.
They had 12 Yale practices last year, and they won 5 out of 12. So the other 7 were comparison.
Yeah, I remember us crashing that Yale party they had on YouTube. It was fun.
Well, they were out there on the court. They were on the court, state capitol steps in South Carolina doing their little Yale practice and went right on up in the stadium and lost. And they just did their little crying, yelling all the way back to Texas.
Hey, K-Dog, man, do you think we'll have 3 running backs get drafted?
When?
For next April, man, because you got Kendall, you got Dejon, and you got this transfer from Tennessee, man. All 3 of those guys might get drafted next year.
Maybe. I don't know. They don't really value running backs much as they used to. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, the Robinson kid, Georgia's got some badass little dude.
Oh, we got 2 Robinsons. We got Roger, we got the big boy from Cali too. We got Branson Robinson and Roger Robinson.
Kirby had to pull Robinson out of the game because he kept on scoring on TCU.
As a true freshman.
I remember that. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be a beast is I know that everyone's giving Alabama a lot of crap about their quarterbacks, but I will say I think we could, if the O-line straightens up to help, I think we could have a solid run game with Justice Haynes.
Yeah, Justice is a truth, man.
Why you still that boy?
Hey Ballard, you want me to tell you what Alabama's missing?
What's that?
Guys like Henry Ruggs, Jerry Jeudy.
Oh, great.
Hey, what you talking about, man? They got Jermaine Burton, man.
The main person they missing is Kirby Smart.
We don't want Kirby. We don't need Kirby.
They got Jermaine Burton, man. They got Jermaine, bro.
Yeah,
Jermaine got his ring with us and then went to the other side. Man.
Kobe
He's lighting it up over there, isn't he?
But you got it, like you got to remember, man. Alabama was on fire with damn wide receivers, but all of a
Bro,
sudden,
go back and look at all the videos that people made trying to troll Georgia. Oh, we got Jermaine Burton. We got Jermaine Burton. Jermaine Burton this, Jermaine Burton that.
Yeah.
He ain't done nothing at Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
shit,
All we have to do is
Georgia.
listen. This is what you have to do. If we could keep our quarterbacks off the field, we'll have a chance. Here's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
What?
the defense, the defense just goes 3 and out. We put Kool-Aid back there to do punt return. They'll take it to the house every time.
Kool-Aid. What kind of Kool-Aid you drinking?
Alabama and Kentucky, they're gonna run the Wildcat the whole game. So the quarterback.
I know, right?
Oh yeah,
On the Wildcat.
that's the wild elephant. They're gonna run the wild elephant.
Shout out to Tyler Buckner, man.
That's how bad it got with the quarterbacks this offseason, man.
Bro,
Well, here's the thing.
when I saw they was trying to get Tyler Van Dyke, I was like, please get him in the Alabama uniform, please. But I was begging for Van Dyke to go there.
Poor
The thing is, we didn't even try hard to get Tyler Buckner. Tyler Buckner made the decision on his own, and Nick Saban said, I reckon we got a spot for you. Obviously, you saw the spring game, and ain't nobody want to do a damn thing right around here. So,
Come on. Damn well no.
I'm surprised he didn't come try to steal one of our quarterbacks.
Tyler Buckner.
And well,
like
he know he wasn't getting no playing time. He wasn't getting no playing time at Notre Dame.
Oh yeah.
he got a couple games in last year, I thought.
Bro, do you know who's playing the quarterback at Notre Dame now?
What's that Wake Forest quarterback?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
He
no,
is
Sam
done,
Hartman.
bro.
That's right.
That
Yeah.
boy's gonna be holding the clipboard, putting in signals, and with some headphones on the whole season, bro.
He'd be on the
We need a
sideline
couple
doing
of
algebra.
better boys.
Yeah, Ballard. How come Alabama didn't go out there and get this great Devin Leary that's going to Kentucky to play 6 games?
There were rumors. I'm telling you, there were Tyler Van Dyke rumors and there were Devin Leary rumors.
Look, the national is already throwing Devin Leary as like a top 3 SEC quarterback. I'm like, that boy's gonna get broke.
How come you didn't go after that Florida quarterback, the one that transferred to Florida? How come you didn't get him?
Yeah,
Shout out to Devin Leary, man.
get in the ACC without getting hurt. Your ass is getting broken in half in the SEC.
Shout out to Devin Leary, man. I want the Wildcats to do good, man. Your boy over there, the coach, man, he's really been putting in work. They just cannot win, man.
Oh, Mark Stoops.
Stoops is a good
I like
coach.
Mark Stoops, man.
He can't
Hey,
get over the
he's
Georgia
great.
hump.
I hate Mark Stoops, and I
He
don't like
needs
him.
to run the Wildcat.
Mark Stoops is a living, breathing Mr. Damn Potato Head. Just look at his ass. Just like
Stoops
Mr.
is a good coach, man.
Oh no, he done pissed South Carolina fans off talking about that culture versus damn bullshit he did with Beamer.
Yeah, he don't like Beamer, dog. Him and Beamer be beefing, dog.
Yeah, but look at Mark Stoops. He looks like a damn potato head.
Yeah, man.
And Kentucky's a bluegrass state. Why they don't have a blue field? Or is it state?
Yeah, man.
But not Kentucky. Yeah,
Them good old Kentucky Wildcats, man.
Been drinking that Kentucky bourbon.
Yeah, every year they're gonna beat Georgia. We're gonna upset Georgia every year. We hear it every freaking off season. We're gonna beat Georgia.
Remember when they tried so hard to get that touchdown in the last minute of the game? We're gonna score on you.
that was like who the hell was it when Muschamp was at South Carolina? I forgot. We were getting our ass beat. and it was like the end of the game, and he sent the damn field goal kicker out to kick like a
Oh
50
yeah, I
goal,
remember that.
damn 3 points on the board, and I'm like, that's the dumbest shit ever. Just take a knee. Why in the hell are you trying to? I think it was against Clemson.
You remember when Florida did that because they was about to be shut out or something or
yeah.
whatever?
Yeah, Billy did some bit.
Oh,
Billy
they
did
did
the
that
same
last year. Didn't they do that against Georgia or who was that?
thing. No, they did
against?
it against they did it in the bowl game against Oregon State when it was like
Yeah.
30-0.
Oh
That's
yeah.
right. How could
Yeah,
I
they had-
forget? I was live for that. That's
How-
right.
How desperate can Billy Nappy Hair be?
They had a streak going where they hadn't been shut out in like so long or whatever. They got
Yeah. They wanted to keep the streak of not being shut out, so you put the field goal team out there.
Dude, Florida's a damn train
What do
wreck.
y'all think about what y'all think about the Vols this year, man? I mean, I think Alabama gets revenge, but I still think they're gonna be all right.
I think the Vols are going to get the shit kicked out of them because
9-3 at the best probably.
who the hell was it I was listening to earlier? And it was it might have been Vic Tube's channel.
Probably TriStar. That's
Somebody-
crazy though.
Joe Milton talking about Joe Milton in the damn in the spring game. I'm like, dude, if your quarterback looks bad in the spring game, because spring games are set up to make your quarterback look good.
Bro, do you know at one point their defense was giving up like 300 yards passing a game? Their defense was ranked like 150 something against the pass.
Yeah.
Dude, they were horrible. That one guy they had, Hayden, or whatever his name is, number 5, that's coming back this year against South Carolina. All he could do was talk shit and get burnt at the same time.
Bro, their defense is terrible.
He talked shit. I'm like, dude, you have been lit up like a damn firecracker all night. You like burnt toast.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Just go sit on the bench and put a freshman in.
But yeah, man.
Sounds on your ass. And you talking
I mean, your defense just Swiss cheese, man. Teams just going up and down the field. And then you run this damn hurry up offense to where your defense gets no rest. They're out there for like a 6-minute drive. Then your offense is only out there for 40 seconds. Then they right back on the field.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know the same thing happened to Josh Heupel when he was at UCF, right?
Yeah.
Once teams started figuring out how to defend that offense he runs, and all you got to do is play press man coverage and not let the wide receivers release. Dude, Tennessee is done. Done.
Georgia already knows how to handle
South
them.
Carolina did it. Alabama couldn't figure it out. They ran the same play over and over and over against Alabama. And I cannot figure out how the hell Nick Saban let that happen.
Hey, that boy Hyatt had 6 catches for 5 touchdowns.
I can do better than that.
Whenever a Gov talks trash to me, I just be like, "Hey, Jalen Hyatt scored again, bro."
I can do better than that.
But I'm just saying, Jalen Hyatt weighed 170 pounds. You can't tell me that a DB couldn't run up to the line and crush that boy coming off the damn line to stop him from getting a free run. And Alabama couldn't figure that out.
How do you let one person score 5 touchdowns on you? 5, a receiver.
Are we talking about Clemson right now, or what are we talking about?
No, Tennessee.
We're talking about
Tennessee.
We're talking about how the Gump secondary pretty much just wrote him a check to get to the NFL. Like, here you go, man. Here's a signing bonus.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan tried to do the hurry up offense once, and didn't really go well.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Running that offense destroys your defense, man.
Exactly.
Like, your defense is gas in the third quarter.
So
you
you
gotta
think
have
it's
a
their
defense
offense,
like
or-
Georgia. I mean, even a defense like Georgia is probably,
Well, really, all you do
long
with Tennessee
term.
is if you can put pressure on their quarterback and they have to make quick reads at Tennessee, like if you can put pressure on, it don't matter who their quarterback is. If you can pressure them fast, and they have to make quick decisions because it's such a wide receiver read.
Mhm.
This is the problem with Joe Milton. He's not accurate. He's not Hendon
He
Hooker.
can throw the ball like to the moon, but that's
Yeah.
about it.
What good does it do if you're throwing it into the stands instead of to the player?
You got wide open receivers streaking down the middle, and you overthrowing them.
Oh my!
They don't call him Overthrow Joe for nothing.
Hey. Isn't he a Michigan reject?
He was, and Nate just left, and then I was about to ask Nate about that. Wasn't it, Nate cut his ass off the team, and now they think he's the king dingaling over in Tennessee.
Man, that's hilarious, man.
Y'all gotta see this. Hold on. This is Mayhem Matthews playoff predictions.
Playoff predictions.
Matthew. Where's Matthew? Matthew went MIA, man. I ain't seen Matthew. What's he doing?
Way too early.
13-0 Clemson. Matthew is Matthew.
He
drinking?
already messed up.
Is Matthew?
And he got Washington. And
Now I
Penn State.
like Washington. I just like USC more in the Pac-12.
Yeah, I like USC too.
I don't know about Penn
I mean,
State.
I'm not doubting. I'm not going to doubt the Huskies. I think
When's
they
the last
could be
time Penn
dangerous.
State won any big games?
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all this: for a Pac-12 team to go 12-1, I'm gonna say they got. I don't see it because you got Oregon State, who was really good last year, that returns damn near everybody.
DJ Pineapple, DJ Ungole.
But Oregon State won 10 games.
You got old Bo Nix. He's wanting to play Georgia again. Let's go,
Yep.
Bo. You make you 0-5.
Bro, we destroyed him last year. Now that shit got ugly, man.
And then he went on to play Pac-12 teams and looked like a Heisman Trophy winner.
Bro,
They got hurt, yeah.
we tarred and feathered his ass.
Bo Nix was like what? He wasn't even a really great quarterback in the SEC, but he goes out to Pac-12 and looks like a Heisman Trophy winner.
The only reason he played at Auburn because his dad played there.
But I'm just saying that should tell you something about Pac-12 defenses. That Bo Nix.
But them Auburn fans had torches and pitchforks, boy. They were beating this door down. Like, get the hell out of here.
Oh yeah.
We'll
They probably paid for the moving company to move his ass.
bought his ass a plane ticket out of town. Here you go.
Hell yeah. And they paid for his Uber to the airport.
Oh, Bo Nix.
AKA Blow Dicks.
Now hold on. Let's try to keep the language at a minimum.
That's DIX there, Ballard. DIX.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we tarred and feathered him, man. You know, KB was talking a whole bunch of trash about Bo Nix coming down here and doing something against Georgia. You know, he was talking, he was running his mouth. And Bo Nix with Oregon, they're gonna come down there and they're gonna beat Georgia in Atlanta.
Yeah, KB likes to run his mouth.
Yeah, man.
Now I did. I think I mentioned it earlier. I do have Georgia taking a loss this year.
To who? Who you got to lose it to, Ballard?
Tennessee.
All right. I'm gonna say at Tennessee. Yes, K-Dog.
Come on, Ballard.
And if not that, it's either them or at Auburn.
Oh my God, Ballard.
My pick would be if Georgia loses the
Field of hell.
SEC championship game.
What's that?
Yeah,
I don't think in the regular season
we might lose the SEC championship game. I'll give that to you.
Lose it on purpose again, so you can back your way into the playoffs.
Back your way. You got room to talk backing your way into the playoffs in 2017.
Hey, they can have a second place trophy. The SEC championship is a second place trophy. We want the natty, man. We don't care about no SEC championship.
Hell, they'll rest the kids in the SEC championship just for the playoffs. Well, wait till it goes to this 12-team playoffs and watch how many.
Watch how many 12,
players if they know they're going to make that.
Valley, you really think we're going to go to Tennessee and lose, man?
I would not be surprised if you ran the table and went undefeated. What I do in my team previews, though, it's so hard for me to predict that. So I gave you the at most 11-1.
Valley, go look at the last 4 times we went up there to Knoxville. Go look at the scores the last 4 times we went up there.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like,
how about that 41-0?
I mean,
I like that one.
Would you rather me give you a loss to Auburn?
No. Auburn, we're gonna beat Auburn. We might beat Auburn by like 46.
No. That's too much, man. Georgia doesn't blow teams out like they did TCU. Not the SEC, man. Unless it's Florida.
Teams like Kentucky and Missouri that want to give us hell because we don't.
Hey, Missouri almost got you last year. I'll give you that.
I know, man. I know they almost got us, man. Horseshoes and hand grenades, almost, man.
Yeah.
I'll say one team that's on Georgia's schedule that no one's talking about is Ole Miss.
Yeah. That's the only team that's here.
Right?
You got
we got them at home.
Ole Miss coming to our house. They come to Sanford.
South Kakalaki, says QT.
No, I'm not. I'll never be worried about South Carolina.
Oh no, Sergeant, be careful.
Kirby owes Hugh Freeze a beatdown, right? Remember last time we played Ole Miss?
South Carolina, we ain't got enough.
Yeah, I'm not worried about South Carolina. The only team I'm worried about is Ole Miss. It's towards the end of the year. We might have a bunch of injuries. That's the only team I'm worried about. Auburn, we're going to kill. Freaking Tennessee, we're going to kill. Florida, going to kill. We're going to kill these teams, man.
Yeah, the one thing about playing South Carolina,
you just have to be a good team, though.
Strength.
What you got Bama going, Ballard?
At this point, 9-3, but before the spring game, when I did my predictions, I gave us a 11-1.
Mm-hmm.
Ballard, do you realize Georgia's offense might be better this year than last year?
I realize that. I just don't see how the defense will hold up losing more guys.
Yeah, but in 21, how many guys did we lose on defense? Like 7, right?
I thought I saw an article from was it Sports Illustrated or something? Article Georgia's supposed to have the best defense again.
We're gonna have a top 5 defense. We're gonna have a top 5 defense. We have one of the best.
It'll be top 5. Yeah. I don't think it'll be at the very top. But I agree about top 5 and probably the best secondary.
Our secondary is excellent. Our linebackers are excellent. Front 7 is excellent. It's just we're young on the outside. In the middle, we have experience.
Yeah, I hate it. We lost Bear Alexander.
Hey, did y'all see that video where Bear showed the apartment that USC got him? Bro, they got him like a penthouse suite, man.
Dude, they paid him before.
Oh, yeah.
Is it on the beach or something or what?
Go to YouTube and type in Bear Alexander apartment. Just go. This dude, I mean, he made a video and posted on YouTube. He's living like a freaking millionaire, man.
Dude, these teams stop that. Sooner or later, though, they need to stop this tampering bullshit because it's getting out of hand. Because you can't tell me that he wasn't that before the spring game. Who the hell goes in the transfer portal the day of a spring game?
Yeah,
Before ever even played.
He got his ring, man, and he got the hell on.
Yeah, that's like Jaheim Bell that left South Carolina and went to Florida State.
Yeah,
He knew where he was going before he ever got in the transfer portal.
yeah.
Because-
Bear Alexander knew that he was going to USC, man.
And Florida State's the worst team at doing it right now. Look at the transfer portal guys from that's at Florida State right now.
Auburn doing the same thing.
They're leaving their teams, and within 2 to 3 days, they're already committed to Florida State. There's no way you're having that conversation that fast.
Yep. But
It's
I think Bear decided like right after the national championship that he was transferring.
Yeah,
But
he
why-
going out the money. He said, "I got my championship. I'm getting me some money now."
Exactly.
Yeah, but you know what? We had one of them 5-star defensive ends too that decided to transfer out of South Carolina, and he went all the way out to Oregon. Guess what?
Oregon.
His ass is begging to come back to Columbia, South Carolina right now.
Why is that?
Jordan Burch is begging his ass off to come back to South Carolina right now. He hates Oregon, and like he is trying to get his degree so he can come back to South Carolina as a grad transfer.
Wow.
Come back because he transferred out in the offseason.
He just hates the state of Oregon.
Yeah, he left and went to Oregon, and now he hates it out there, and he wants to come back. You dumbass.
If Marvin Jones Jr. and Michael play at an elite level, our defense, I mean, these dudes might be freaking. They might be the number one defense in the nation, man. If we have everybody healthy.
Hey, Sergeant.
Yeah.
You ever do you listen to Nothing But Rants, that Brooks Austin, Georgia guy?
Yeah. NBR, man, all the time, man.
That dude, like, I'm not even a Georgia fan, but I watch his channel all the time.
He is hilarious, man.
And he does like South Carolina has a commit in Georgia, Wendell Gregory, linebacker, is coming.
Mm-hmm.
And he don't just talk about Georgia players as far as college, like he talks about Georgia high school players.
Yep,
And
because he's down on. He goes to the schools. He talks to those players all the time.
That dude's pretty. I like watching this show, man. He can break down some shit too.
Yeah, he's good. He's funny. He's entertaining, man. He knows the game. You know, he played college football. He played quarterback, man. He's a good YouTuber, good college football analyst, man.
You ever watch them K-Dog?
I think I know who you're talking about.
Nothing. He does. It's called Nothing But Rants.
Ballard, you really got us losing to Auburn, man.
What's that?
That's funny, man.
I'll tell you this. I will say.
What'd you say?
You said Brooks Austin. I think I know.
Yeah, Austin Brooks. Yeah. Brooks Austin.
But I will say, I do think Auburn's gonna sneak some teams this year with
the film guy, network guy.
Yeah, that's it. Now I don't know what's that going there.
I'm subscribed to him. Yeah.
But I think Auburn will. I think Auburn will beat some teams this year that people kind of wouldn't expect. Alabama might be
I'm
one.
telling you, man.
Alabama
Alabama will be one of them.
Hugh Freeze.
Who's the quarterback for Auburn?
The kid from Michigan State.
They have Robbie Ashford in State too.
He's a gimmick guy. Ashford's a gimmick guy.
I think it's going to be the Peyton Thorne kid from Michigan State. Honestly,
Bro, when Robbie came to Athens, we straight tortured him, bro. We tortured Auburn. That's when Stetson broke for like a 75-yard touchdown.
Oh
yeah. Well, I think that will
tortured Auburn.
I think that'll be Auburn's problem again this year. Will be their defense. Their defense not. Hugh Freeze great with offense. Defense, not so much.
Man, we tortured him, man. We had Ashford running for his freaking life. That was a game when they had 12 yards rushing at halftime.
Hey, Ballard,
Yeah.
how's your defensive coordinator going to do?
Oh, my boy Steele.
I think he's going to do great. I thought he did great at Miami. I thought he did great at Auburn. I think he's going to be okay.
Hey, Ballard, y'all stealing Reese's Pieces in Tuscaloosa.
I don't know about Tommy Reese, man. Tommy Reese is young.
Hey, Ballard, if you want to know the defensive game plan, me and you and K-Dog and Sergeant will all go down to the Waffle House in Tuscaloosa and hang out with Kevin Steele and Nick Saban. Yeah, when they get their day pass away from the old folks home.
No, we need to bring some diapers, man. When I come to Tuscaloosa, I'm bringing like 8 boxes of diapers. You know, people get old, man. They can't control their functions down there.
And then you just ride by the Waffle House and look for the old folk van outside. You know, that's where Kevin Steele and Nick Saban hanging out having breakfast.
Hell yeah, man. I like Steele, man. I think he's a good D coordinator, man.
They're not hanging out at Hardee's.
They might be at Hardee's having a biscuit. You might be right there, K-Dog. That's when they're on a budget, though. Hardee's is a budget compared to the Waffle House.
Hardee's, aka Carl's Jr. That made me mad when I went to Cali. I'm like, this is Hardee's. This ain't Carl's Jr. Like, it's Carl's Jr. It's the same thing.
They closed all the Hardee's down in Athens.
Yeah. Health violations, probably.
That's because they're serving them Bubba burgers over there, man.
Yeah.
That ain't real meat.
Yeah. I like Martin's, man. I'm a Martin's guy. Martin's chicken and egg biscuits, man, freaking delicious. Chicken, egg, and cheese, delicious.
Hey, Dog. Did you hear earlier that Ballard skipping out on the softball game? Did you hear about that?
Well, I keep on asking him if he's coming, but yeah, it don't seem like he's gonna come.
Y'all going down to Biloxi, Mississippi?
No, can't make it. Hell on you.
Yeah, if I wanted to go to a casino, I'd just ride down the street and go to the old Hard Rock in Tampa or over
Yeah,
tonight.
you got one in Tampa, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Tampa's a nice town, man.
I've been to Vegas 3 or 4 times. I've been to Vegas.
Yeah, I've been enough to lose more money than I ever won. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I even have a cab driver tell me one night. He said, "You don't think they build these big ass casinos by giving away money, do you?"
Mm-hmm. They taking people money.
I'm like, no.
Last time I was in Vegas, I got on a slot machine. I put like a couple dollars in there, and I did a couple pulls on the slot machine, and then I won like $230 something. Like, all right, I'm out of here.
There you go, man.
Damn, big game. I did like the blackjack stream earlier though. It's just like, okay, I figured out why I quit playing card games on my phone.
Yeah. Well, I did the video of blackjack when I was in Vegas. I actually was up like.
Vegas keeps building more casinos and more hotels because you got idiots betting on TCU, thinking they were going to upset Georgia.
Like that mattress Mac guy or whatever.
Yeah, you got RG3 freaking shaking his behind for TCU, saying, "Well, you don't sleep on Max Duggan, TCU. They might pull the upset."
Dude,
they were so bad. They were so bad. They let Georgia and Kirby Smart run all over them. That's how bad they were.
They were so bad. We was eating wings on the sidelines.
Bro, we was ordering Buffalo Wild Wings on the sideline.
Dude, TCU looked like a high school team versus Georgia.
They were a high school team.
No, it was like obvious. It reminded me of when Notre Dame back when Tayal Days played against Alabama.
Alabama, yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah,
When,
yeah. Georgia
when Teo
Georgia
got
was 5
trucked
yards
on the
away
first
from
play
going
of
to
the
that
game,
game.
yeah.
I'm like, is this like a varsity versus junior varsity scrimmage game?
How are you going to run a 3-3-5
Oh.
defense against a team that has one of the biggest offensive lines in the nation?
Wasn't there like 5 games that they had to come back and win that season too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had 2 pick sixes on Michigan and barely won.
But
Yeah.
everyone TCU was great because they beat the mighty Hairball.
Right.
The hairball.
Right. The khakis.
Yeah, they beat Mr. Khaki Pants himself.
Yeah. They I'll give it to them. They beat
Mr.
Michigan.
Khaki
And they
Pants
thought
sleepover guy. He has the
they
best
thought
sleepover
they
party
were
though.
going to do something against us, but they found out in the first 30 minutes you are not going to do nothing.
Well, and that's like I tell people, and I've had people tell me, Jim Harbaugh built his football team just to beat Ohio State. That team ain't out
Took him
there
long enough.
anywhere else in the country. But
Well, it took them 4 years to do it, right?
It seemed like longer than that, wasn't it? Shit, I don't know how long we've been there.
Yeah, it took them a while to do it.
yeah,
6, 8 years. I don't know.
he recruited every player he's needed to recruit just to beat Ohio State. I'm like, okay, you recruited every player on your team to beat one team. But
I mean,
nobody else.
you got Stephen A. Smith, you got RG3, you got all these people on YouTube just hyping up TCU. And I'll just sit here laughing, man. I made a video the night before the freaking national championship laughing, bro. All these people just said how TCU was gonna just give Georgia such a big challenge. God, man.
They got the biggest letdown in their damn life, huh?
Bruh, you got all these people dumping their hard-earned money, betting on TCU, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on TCU.
Yeah, Vegas made a killing on that shit.
Bruh, they made a killing, man. ESPN, you would have thought TCU was like a powerhouse. You know what I'm saying? The way ESPN hyped them up.
There still ain't nothing funnier than that dude that Pete keeps showing on his show that was bitching at the
Look at it. Look at this.
Oh yeah,
This is embarrassing.
yeah. With the NASCAR thing too, that shit was hilarious. Yeah.
Can you believe this?
the
This
NASCAR
playoff committee
damn, that's
Pathetic. You are
are
pathetic.
pathetic. This is the freaking national championship. Look at the score. Look, they're about to score again.
Is this the best you could do? These are the best teams you could pick.
That boy Stetson had the game of his life against TCU, bro. The game, 5 touchdowns.
But you
I
know what?
hear he's doing pretty good with the Rams right now too.
Yeah, it's no pads. Nobody's wearing pads.
Yeah.
Right.
How's old Bryce Young doing?
He's doing okay, but it could be better, I think.
They already gave Bryce Young the starting spot at Carolina. They might they already gave him.
Yeah. Number 1 pick. Yeah.
But I'm just saying, at least Stetson's a damn competitor, bro. Because like Georgia wouldn't have won some games without that kid.
He stepped up, man, when the lights were the brightest, man.
Yeah, he played his best games against the best opponent.
You got these idiots on social media. Georgia got lucky. He missed the field goal. Georgia got lucky.
College football is down.
14 points twice.
Georgia's just winning because college football is down right now.
Yeah. There's no competition in college football. That's why Georgia's winning. We just keep getting lucky.
Listen, it's just been a rebuilding year for everybody else the past couple seasons.
Yeah, we know Bama's in a rebuilding year every year now.
Oh yeah, Ballard. Yeah,
All
Ballard.
of college football is in a rebuild mode.
Every year, everybody else is rebuilding because Georgia keep winning.
All Georgia do is reload.
Yeah. 15 to the draft, and then we go 15-0.
Hey, Ballard, and I know Alabama had a really good recruiting class last year, and they're building on recruiting classes. You know, there's going to come a time that's not going to happen, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Because Saban's older, and these kids aren't going to commit to a guy that's probably not going to be their head coach
Right.
by the time they leave school, and that's where sometimes coaches, even though I bitch about Steve Spurrier quitting Carolina, but I'd rather Steve Spurrier just walk away from the game than get to a point where these kids aren't come to the university because it's getting close to time for his ass to leave.
Georgia made him quit, huh?
No, I wouldn't say that. It's just old, man. He's old.
Dude,
He wanted to play golf. He didn't care about no coaching.
he quit recruiting, dude. He quit like recruiting.
I think that was Dan Mullen's problem, wasn't it? He didn't want to recruit.
Yeah, he was too busy dancing and letting his wife like kiss.
Yeah, his wife was the best recruiter.
Yeah, Megan, good old Megan.
Well, Jeremy Pruitt's wife was the best recruiter for Tennessee too, so you can.
Yep. That's one way to bring the players in.
She was the one without the trunk full of Chick-fil-A bags with money.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's bags, Chick-fil-A bags. Mm-hmm. Gotta love the Pruitts, man.
Yeah, because he's going to be the defensive coordinator for Alabama next year once he gets past this bullshit.
No, he said they're gonna run Kevin Steele out of town, huh?
Well, hell, how much longer can Kevin Steele go? Shit, he's on Social Security now.
I know.
65, man.
Saban was looking out for his brother, man. That's why he hired him, man. According to all these Gump fans, man, they're getting back to the old Bama, man, where they, play good defense and just run the ball. Yeah, man.
Hey, Ballard.
Yeah.
Y'all better hurry up and hire Lane Kiffin before Florida gets him. I'm telling you, one more year of Florida doing what Florida did the last couple of years, and Billy Napier's ass gonna be out. They'll be going for Lane Kiffin.
Okay.
They're gonna have to make a splash. I'm telling you, just watch. Everyone says, "Oh, they can't afford to pay out Billy Napier." Dude, if you think that, then you don't know the money.
Our head coach.
Who you think's gonna be
our head coach in waiting is Dabo?
No, he won't. Dabo.
Oh man,
I hate to say it because I don't want him, but I just think,
my goodness, Ballard.
No,
Ballard. If Dabo goes to the Gumps, bro,
there's not enough ranks in Alabama that he can step on.
Bro, every Clemson fan with a sniper rifle is gonna be aiming at you.
Dude, Dabo,
he can keep his step on rake disease.
Yep.
South Carolina.
Dabo has a cult in Clemson. He can't build a cult in Tuscaloosa.
Dabo ain't leaving. I don't think he's leaving ACC.
Yeah, Tuscaloosa, Alabama is not tucked away in some little corner of a damn state with a bunch of damn fields around.
Can the ACC get any worse? Look at how horrible it was last year. Is it going to be worse this year?
No, it'll be better.
Hey, Sergeant, think about what you just said. Devin Leary's gone. Sam Hartman's gone. Okay, so now is
DJ Pineapple's gone.
Pineapple's good. Well, yeah. And you got who's left?
Tyler Van Dyke.
Hunter from Florida State,
Yep.
and
Everybody sure is hyping up Florida State. I know that much.
They are getting a lot of hype, and I think it's going to be crushed that first game against LSU. I think they're going to get a big old slice of humble pie.
hey, K-Dog, Sergeant, Ballard and I were talking about this. Do you know the second best team that Florida State beat last year?
It's an unranked team, right?
It was Syracuse with 7 wins.
Right.
They beat LSU by 1 point in their next best win.
Right. With Syracuse, right.
A 7-win football team.
According to No Nation, according to the Seminole fans, they don't have to recruit no more. They can just use the transfer portal.
Hey, Sergeant.
According to these guys, they don't care about high school kids.
Hey, Sergeant, you know who stirred Pete up on the whole damn Clemson being a mid-tier SEC team was, right?
Who said that?
I started it. I put a
You
video,
started that? You said they would be a mid-tier SEC team?
I put a video out about Florida State and Clemson being mid-tier SEC teams.
Oh, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah, just watch Pete's video when he said, "Don't get it twisted."
That's hilarious.
That's
hilarious.
Yeah, I said
Well,
Clemson State would
they beat the Gumps for 2 national championships, so according to them, they would be a top tier SEC team.
Yeah, but they didn't play a schedule to get hurt or beat up either.
Exactly. But according to these taters, they got something for Florida State this year. So we'll see.
They had to win one of those games on a pick play too.
Yeah, I saw that. The wide receiver, that last second play with Deshaun Watson. Yep.
Yeah.
It was luck.
Well, you can't. That's technically offensive interference.
It was.
Well, speaking of Auburn earlier, they had the Auburn Georgia SEC championship game on yesterday. I watched.
Oh yeah, back in what 2017?
Yeah.
Yeah. Back. See now they danced when they beat us when we were in Auburn. They were dancing. They were cranking the Soldier Boy and all that stuff. But then we did the same thing when we whooped their tail for the SEC championship.
Oh man.
I don't like Auburn since 2010 when they had Scam Newton.
Oh yeah.
I laugh at the barn, man, because they're in the middle of nowhere and they want to be like hood, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? They want to be like a hood school, but you're in the middle of the sticks, man.
How about they took that Georgia player and they turned them into a damn quarterback?
Hell yeah, man.
Well, the problem with most fan bases these days, they think because of their school that they're a dominant program, but the school has nothing,
right?
Absolutely not one damn thing to do.
Right. It don't mean nothing when you get between the white lines, baby.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, just throw up a record when y'all have had an advantage over football teams for 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
All them players are now. They're either dead, retired, or in the NFL. They're not playing football this year.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell does that matter against winning a football game for 2023 or 2020?
I mean, Yale has the most national titles, right? I think it's Yale.
Well, if you take away the fake Alabama national titles, then it's Yale. Yeah.
There's some fake ones.
If you put Yale against any of these SEC teams, line them up. Let's see what Yale will do since they don't won all these titles. They get freaking destroyed.
Ballard, you do understand back in the day of college football, they didn't have like national title football games. If you finished the season like tied,
you could claim a national championship.
Yeah, that's
they didn't even have the forward pass back then.
No, I'm just saying you can claim a national championship. Like it's like Georgia Tech claiming 19. They didn't win.
Georgia could claim like 4 more titles if they wanted to.
Yeah. They
But I'm
could.
just as recent as 1990 with Georgia Tech's national championship. You do realize that's not a true national championship.
Yeah, it was shared with Colorado.
Yeah, it's because they never played for it.
Right. They never played a national championship game. Just like UCF when they declared themselves national champions.
Oh yeah,
They had a parade.
they had a parade and everything. Yeah. They got rings and everything.
Yeah, that banner's still hanging in the stadium, man. Y'all don't
We were undefeated and we beat Auburn in the bowl game, so now we national champions.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hell, Boise State can make the same claim.
Yeah, man.
Then Boise State went what? 11-1, won their bowl game. They had a better record than the national champion. Yeah, Boise State tried that same bullshit. Hang your banner, baby. Whatever makes you feel good. If you don't
Exactly, man.
if you don't go out and beat, it's just like people ask me.
You see Cody's comment. Georgia will not win a championship again. Alabama will be back in the championship.
No, we heard that last year, man. You sound like a broken record, man.
But that's like people ask me all the time. How would South Carolina fans feel if Clemson got put in the SEC? I'm like, why do we care?
Nobody cares.
We play them anyway. It doesn't make any difference.
Georgia's like 42-14 against Clemson.
43, 18, and 4. Yeah, 4.
No, I actually quoted on somebody saying that earlier, and I commented. I'm like, please put them mofo's in the SEC so they play a damn schedule against real teams, beating the rest of us take.
We play them again next year, and then I think two more years after that. I think in 26.
Hey, so when they come to Atlanta in 24, it's gonna be like Oregon all over again, 49-6. We gonna kill them, dog. Them and Cade Klubnik and all these little folks gonna come down, and we gonna kill them.
Well, don't get me wrong. Now, Clemson is doing a good job in recruiting, and they do have Garrett Raleigh, but I think that's like probably a 1-year deal before he gets hired as a head coach.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Sammy Brown, man. Sammy Brown chose Clemson, and now you're gonna have to tackle Branson Robinson. You're gonna have 235 pounds of muscle coming right at you.
That boy look like a Clemson player though.
Yeah, man. Shout out to him, man. Coach Schumann. I think
he played right down the road from here. Didn't he play at Jefferson High School or something?
Yeah. I think he was scared of Coach Schumann, man.
Sammy Brown. Well, you know, Sammy Brown's family's connected to Clemson, right?
Yeah. He's been going to Clemson since he was like 12 years old.
Yeah, he has an uncle that's like in the Clemson program or something. Yeah.
And Dabo probably told him, well, if you come on in here, you'll be a 4-year starter. And then Coach Schumann probably told him, like, well, hey, man, you got 3 of the best linebackers in the nation in front of you, so good luck.
Yeah.
Is that what you think Dabo told him? I thought Dabo told him, we'll pass the plate for you, man. We'll take some collections.
Nah, Dabo told him, man, you're going to start for 4 years if you sign on the dotted line.
And see that little tank over there in the corner? We'll get you baptized, too.
Yeah. Now you're gonna.
They got that damn McDonald's playland in there.
Yeah. They do have like a McDonald's, like a ball pit and all that other stuff in there.
Got a slide.
Yeah. They got like a Disney playland in there.
They got a fireman's pole, I think, too, don't they?
Hey, I said, I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep watching Clemson football game, at least the beginning, because the moment Dabo Swinney trips up running down that damn hill, bottom of it, I will make a video every week for the rest of my life and post it of his dumb ass falling down the hill.
That'd
I
be like,
can't-
it'd be like Pete falling down in the slop.
So Branson Robinson was like 6 foot 235. You got Roderick Robinson like 6'2", 230. You got Andrew Paul 6'1", about 235. Sammy Brown's going to have to tackle these running backs.
Yeah.
What's up, Bella?
What?
What you got?
I was just gonna say it's getting kind of late over here in Alabama, but if you had something real quick, K Dog, before we end it.
Yeah, what you got, K-Dog?
No, I'll just say you better get that damn neck roll ready.
Oh, yeah, and he's got to cover Oscar Delp and Brock Bowers and Lawson Lucky, too.
And Ladin
Well,
Cole.
Bowers will be gone. Bowers won't be there next year.
Man, I'm hoping Bowers stay 4 years, man. I'm praying, man.
Nah, he taking that top 10 money and gone.
You know who's gonna get him?
What you think?
The
Tanner
Bucks.
gonna
Bucks desperately need some tight end help, and
get him? We know it won't be the Falcons, so
Nah,
Yeah,
it
right.
definitely won't be the Falcons. Nah, it won't be the Falcons. They got Kyle Pitts.
yeah, they got that damn Florida man.
Brock Bowers, he going in Carolina Panthers because they're going to be terrible again this year.
Yeah,
help Rice.
Yeah, but a quarterback with nothing around him is still a quarterback with nothing around him.
0 wide receivers. 0.
You can draft all the quarterbacks you want. If he ain't got no running game and no wide receivers, you still ain't winning football games.
no offensive line either.
But yeah, I hope Brock stays for 4 years. But I mean, if he doesn't, man, I trust Oscar Delp, Lawson Lucky, Pierce Sperling, man. Those guys are playmakers, man. They'll be good.
Well, Ballard, I know you want to go, so I'm going to give my final words.
All right.
And it's to the Oklahoma fans. Y'all better be damn glad that Spencer Rattler's going to the NFL next year, because I'll bet his ass will be so ready to play y'all in 2024. Y'all would hate to see him walking on a football field.
Y'all ain't got no NIL money for him to stay another year.
Football player.
He can stay
Shout
another
out-
year if he wants to.
My last word is shout out to all the Georgia haters. After we won in 21, you said we won't win again for 41 years. Then we went back to back. Get ready for the three-peat. Get ready to hide. Find a hiding place.
My last words, real quick, are Alabama's coming and they ain't backing down. So stop that.
Alabama's coming.
They're
Hey,
stealing Reese's Pieces. Stop stealing Reese's Pieces.
there's
They got to worry about LSU before they can start worrying about Georgia.
Got to worry about Tennessee too. How are we going to do in revenge games? Oh wait, we do great in revenge games.
Yeah, we'll call it a revenge game. I mean, they dropped 52 points on y'all.
And the bottom line, go out, like, subscribe, and share the videos from my buddy Ballard Sports Meter. He
Yeah,
works-
shout out
Yes,
to
sir.
you, Ballard, man. Shout out to Ballard. Shout out to Gump Nation, man.
Gump Nation, I love it, man. Thank you.
Run, Forrest, run.
All right, brother.
All right,
Appreciate
I'll see y'all.
Jenny, I'm not a smart man.
Y'all have a good night now.
See ya. All right. Take care, bud. All right. I love you guys, man. Love you guys, man. We're going to get out of here. All right. And yeah, like and subscribe, as I said. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Love y'all. Jesus loves you too.